3.05 miles, 10 minutes, 38 seconds per mile on average, going for a Kofuzi Run Club Chicago Marathon Shakeout run. Even just the phrase to me seems somewhat ludicrous and crazy. And just getting out there today and being able to run with so many people was so incredibly humbling and just overwhelming in such a great way for me. It was great to meet every one of you who came out and to get messages from some of you who were saying that you wished you could have been out here to join us too. That kind of thing just means a lot to me. It was just people that like running, getting together with other people who like running and enjoying a beautiful Chicago sunrise. We were really lucky today. The weather cooperated. We even got a chance to get our feet a little bit wet. It was a little bit slippery out there, but fortunately no one hurt themselves before the marathon. And we were able to get into a little bit of the water and we were able to just enjoy Chicago. It's an absolute pleasure for me to be able to share the city that I love so much with so many of you who are from out of town and all over the world. It was just so great. I loved being able to run with you guys, take pictures with you guys, talk to you guys, and learn more about what your goals are for the marathon and for running in general. Just so wonderful. And thank you guys for coming out and not just supporting me, but supporting each other and creating and cultivating this just absolutely fantastic community that we have together. Running communities are what you make of them. And this one is just absolutely fantastic. People will often send me messages and thank me for creating this running community, but it's not me. It's all of you guys who just make it so fantastic. You guys make it awesome. Thank you guys so much. After the Shakeout run, I had a little bit of time at the hotel to just kind of relax. But then after that, they had two more kind of events that Nike was putting on for us that I was very happy to attend. The first one was a coaching session where a couple of Nike Run Club coaches hosted a Q&A session so that way we could ask any of our last minute questions from the other Nike media and other Nike people that are very similar to kind of my situation and the team that I've been running in, but have been doing so from wherever they are from all over the world and have finally gathered together here to run the marathon. And so that was really awesome. I had a chance to meet JeslynNYC. I went up and introduced myself and it was really great to be able to talk to her. I also met Emma Abrahamson, which is really amazing. I've been following her YouTube journey for such a long time, since her Oregon days, and it was great to be able to talk to her and meet her finally in person, because it's someone that I've been following, I think, for years now. And so it's been a real blast. At brunch, Nike had brought in two of the Bowerman Track Club members, Marielle Hall and Kate Grace. I think both of them coming off of stellar performances at Doha. They came to talk to us about how they prepare mentally for races. They were also gracious enough to field some questions from the group as well. And then afterwards, Marielle Hall actually sat at our table and chatted with us. I'm sure we talked her ear off for like an hour, and then we just buzzed her with tons and tons of questions about what it's like to be a pro, what warming up feels like for a pro at like the world championship level, something that have always been curious about. And so she was very gracious with her time, and she was just an absolute pleasure to be able to talk to. And so the brunch was also just some fantastic food as well, getting some of that last couple of meals in before the marathon. And then after that, we all kind of Ubered back to the hotel here where we're all staying. And so at this point, I'm just trying to stay off my feet as much as I can. I'm going to try to get to bed early. I'm going to actually go back home and have dinner with my family before I come back to the hotel and try to just kind of get into settle down mode, get my feet up, get into bed, hydrate, make sure that I'm getting rested, get my mind right. I'm going to watch some videos that I like to watch. I'll post links to some of the videos that I'll be watching tonight, the kinds of videos that I like to watch in order to get hyped up for a race and just to get mentally prepared for a race. I'm also probably going to try and look for some footage or find a way that I can watch a replay of Eliud Kipchoge's history-making run out in Vienna. So that's news that I was able to wake up to. I didn't stay up late for it. I was able to wake up to that tonight. And so that was just amazing to hear and just really inspiring in and of itself. And so that's all I have for today, and that's all I'm going to have. I'm going to try and like stay away from the phone as much as I can, as I just try to, other than the fact that I'll be watching YouTube videos, but I'm going to try to stay away from the phone, stay away from social media, so that way I can try to kind of get ready for the big day tomorrow. The big takeaway that I heard from a lot of the coaches and from the athletes that I've been hearing from over the past couple of days is that the marathon takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of patience, and you have to run a good race, a smart race, not a hard race, for the first 10 to 20 miles. And so that's what I'm going to really be focusing on. I'm going to be focusing on ways for me mentally to stay patient and not worry about seconds here or there and err on the side of going slower than faster. It's going to be really hard for me to do, but I think that's what's going to happen. In terms of tomorrow morning, I think the weather is going to be looking pretty good. A lot of people are worried about the wind. I'm not going to worry about the wind. There's nothing I could do about the wind. And I'm just going to try and find a group to lock in, turn my mind off, get into cruise control, and kind of stay with that group. And then when the time comes later on in the race, in the last 10K or so, then really turn it on and see what I have left. So that's what I got planned for tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to get a good night's rest and get rested and get ready to start the day tomorrow. By the time you guys watch this video, I'll be lining up on the starting line. So very excited for that. Put a lot of training into it. The hard work's already done. I've made all the deposits. Now it's time to make those withdrawals, and it's time to see what I've got. So with that, I'll say good night to you, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?